Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this MorePro. This MorePro is a GPS running smartwatch with a fitness tracker. It's waterproof, has a pedometer. You can record exercising for 17 types of different sports, has touchscreen, heart monitor, sleep monitor, special modes for women, and compatible with iPhone and Android. And the really awesome thing is that the battery is supposed to last about a week and it is waterproof. That's actually one of the main features here. I'm not just telling about a little bit of splash, waterproof, a few drops or so. No, this is real waterproof. You can use this watch in the pool and track you're swimming. So this is really rare. There are very few smart watches out there which support this. Most of the watches just or have a rating of IP68, and so they are in theory suitable for swimming, but I highly recommend to not do that. This has a really much higher rating. It is waterproof up to 5 atmospheres, which is a lot and lot more. So let's open the box and see what we get. So by the way, yeah, of course we check the box first, the outside. Maybe we get some kind of important information here. See that 5 atmospheres, built-in GPS, 17 sports modes. Here we see the details, and if you're looking for that, I will definitely put down the link to this listing of this watch down into the description, so you can check it out or read right from there if you like it. So let's find out how to open that. It seems to be to the front, so we get a lot of things here. Let's be a little bit careful with that. So not too difficult to open that. I already reviewed a similar watch and it was already a good one. The only thing which I didn't like so much was the band, the wristband, and this one has a much nicer wristband. So here we are. This is how it looks. I mean, the watch itself, it's the exact same thing as I was reviewing last time, and I got a lot of positive feedback from other people. They said, yeah, is this like an Apple Watch? I mean, for me, it really doesn't look like an Apple Watch, but looks like some people are really liking it, and some people really said, yeah, it's really looking good. Like more like an elegant watch, more than this one which I have here, the Sony smartwatch. So of course this is just plastic sticker here and nothing, not the real display. So here we have, I hope you can see that the wristband has some kind of matte finish, really smooth, nice. Could be maybe a little bit thicker for men, but I really like it. I mean, I like this thing here to close. I hope this will last for a while. So let's check how we put that. Yeah, camera has a little bit problems focusing with this black wristband here. So I think we just yeah, go through the opening here and then we click on that and it's closed, so it's almost impossible to lose it. So I'm going to charge it now and then turn it on and try to connect it to my Android smartphone, means actually to the app which comes with this smartwatch. Yeah, actually, why not to show you how this works also with the charging. Charging can be important too, so we get this charging plate, charging cradle, we get the micro USB cable. I'm using another one, shouldn't matter. So we have to align the pins here with the pins from the watch, and I think we have to just press it down. Worked pretty easy. So I have to turn it on here from the power bank. Let's see what happens now. I'm zooming in a little bit, and you can already see that it looks like almost the time is, yeah, the time is pretty close. So, but the display went off. Yeah, that's one of the bad things here is this watch. One of my major complaints. I think there is nothing which you can set, even when it's a touch display, there's nothing you can do to touch and turn it on, but you can move it around. At least after you have set it up, you can twist your arm and then have the display on, and the display is pretty strong. Yeah, actually it looks like the battery is already fully charged, so no need to leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it anyway in this condition here. So I'm going to show you the instructions if you need that. I mean, we never know. So here's some kind of information, maybe contact information from the MorePro. That's always good, and it looks like they have even their website. Maybe we can get some support if you need there. So here really quickly the manual, if you like it, also is the app, and takes maybe a minute or two. If you don't like it, you can just skip this part. Sometimes it's hard to get this information online. Sometimes they don't have a website with these things, and a lot of people enjoy this information before they buy, or sometimes they buy used or they lose the manual, and sometimes that really helps to people. So this is what I'm always doing. I'm going to show you the instructions manual, and yeah, if you want to read that, just go to highest resolution, which is 1080p. Usually from my videos, put it on pause on every page, so you have plenty of time to read that. Probably that's the most important page here, with the, yeah, here as well some more screenshots. Hope it's focusing nicely. Now we are close to the end. Device maintenance, I guess there's not so much needed. Illumiron, yeah, there are really a couple of really nice features on this watch. So I really like the setup, how it is, how it works, especially the waterproof, the 1 week battery life. It's a thing which is really hard to get these days, especially at this price. I think it's about $60 or $70, and at this price level it's absolutely impossible to get a waterproof Android Wear watch. So we have to deal with such watches, which are not a bad thing. I mean, with the Android Wear you have to deal with charging it every day, and with this one definitely not. Sometimes I have seen such watches, yeah, what battery runtime for a week or even for a month. Can't remember how the old one was here, but I'm checking also on that, and we'll let you know later in the description or in the feedback area. So I'm going to download the app and try to connect and see. So it was actually easy to scan this, and let's go to and see where this QR code leads us, if we have to go to the website and download, or if we go, yeah, if we are guided to the Google Play Store. And it looks like we are going directly to the Google Play Store, which is a positive thing. So we don't have to find out if there is a safe download here on this website. So we can trust to Google Play and download it, and yeah, go from there. Yeah, by the way, the reviews here, they show actually a really positive picture. There was an old Serona app which was really bad, or definitely not as good as this one, so it looks like they have improved it, and that's definitely a positive thing. So looks like we have to set up an account and we have to agree here. So I'm setting up an account here. Yeah, there seems to be no way to go around that, so I have to set up an account and log in, and I'm going to show you the screen later on. So the good thing as well was that yeah, I was able to use my old credentials which I already had from the Serona. So now they want to access to device location. Let's see what else do they want. Notify access, please enable notification, monitor access. Yeah, that's what we need, of course. Let's check on that. Yeah, here at the very bottom we have to turn this thing on, otherwise we won't get any notification on the watch. So that's definitely needed, and let's go back. Let's say okay. Even they want to access photos, media and files. Yes, I mean, I guess we have to deal with that. Contacts, SMS, yeah, now we have everything, phone calls, yeah. So that's it. So here's some small or a little bit of instructions to drop down to synchronize. That's always like that. Click on data to have details. Yeah, of course I have nothing. I mean, it's not even connected, and now I have to find out how to connect it. So I'm back here on the main screen of the app. Here we have sport devices and profile. I go to devices, and I guess that's a watch. So let's check on that, and we have something already. And let's see if it's connecting. Yeah, okay. Connected, and battery is 100%, and we have a lot of information here. Which you can set, like weather formats, palm gesture, wearing manner, and so on. And there's already a firmware upgrade, so seems the company takes care about the watch, and they have already made an upgrade, modified GPS signal pages, modified swimming functions, fixed some bugs, and of course we do the update here. Will take some time, so I'm not going to show you the whole thing here. So took quite some time. I can't remember exactly, maybe 5 or 10 minutes or so. It asks me if the watch can be used, so I don't see anything here. I'm going to long press to start it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks like, yeah, we have to really turn it on manually. And yeah, at least I see some numbers. I think it's the real time, it's already connected. Then we say connect, and it's probably going to sync a little bit of things, so I'm not changing this here. Looks like more or less okay. Metric, yeah, that's what I'm always using. Sport, there is nothing at the moment, but I'm going to wear it now, and when I'm coming back, yeah, I will show you the numbers. So I've been testing a lot, but of course I cannot test everything, but till now it looks really good. I'm just showing you a few things, like the heart rate sensor, which is of course one of the really important thing, and you can see that it works really good. I just touched it and it was already able to detect it very fast. So now I took it off to have it a little bit easier to show you, but of course now it comes up with a warning, but I think I will be still able to show you most of the things. Here we have the main screen When we go left, we have all the sports activities which we can start. And when we start it, it will ask for GPS. So yeah, usually it's looking for GPS, and if you're inside like me, sometimes it's a little bit struggling, but it's actually surprisingly good inside, especially if you had it on like for a little bit outside, and it has some kind of idea where you are, and it's sometimes detecting it really nicely inside. So what happens also now, as you can see, and I've never been outside today, I just used it inside, and it has found the GPS already, and I could start now the running or walking or whatsoever. So I cancel that. So of course we won't have a lot of information here, so everything will be basically zero, but you get an idea how much data you will get after every walk or bike ride or whatsoever. There's a huge amount of data which you will get, also about heart rate and everything. So it's really nice what you will get. So let's go back, and you can, here you have the menu, and you can invoke all the things here. I don't know if you can go, so it's, yeah, it looks like it's just the last thing which you did. You can also go to the menu. You have the like messages, last SMS and those things, events. You have a stopwatch, you have a timer is really good. You have to know that most of these, I would say rather cheap smartwatches, they don't have a timer which you can set on the watch. So it's a huge advantage when you have a timer which you can set like 1 minute, and you can start it or pause it or stop it or whatsoever. The good thing is it has so many different timers here, and you can even set a custom one with almost unlimited options. So that's great. That's a huge advantage to other smartwatches in this price range, additionally to the fact that it's totally waterproof. Yeah, we had the compass, we have the settings where we have watch faces. If you're interested, you can see you have some digital, analog, and so there are about 10 of them. Some include even some weather data, current weather, not much, but just like the current weather and temperature, which is nice. And usually it contains some of your daily goals of calorie burning, walking, and those things. So let's go back. We have also a lot of other settings which we can do here, but most of the settings are easier to do on the smartwatch, on the smartphone, of course. Here we are on the smartwatch. Yeah, also brightness, I'm trying to do that here, so you can see, I mean, it's really bright here, and we are only on about 25% or so, and it is already very bright, so there's absolutely no problem to see it nicely outside. Of course, you have been also seeing that if you wait too long to set something, it goes back to the main menu, which is a little bit annoying, but it is as it is. We cannot change that. So unfortunately, yeah, it's past midnight, and so everything went back to zero, but you can see everything, I mean, you have the basic functions here also on the main screen, like calories burned, how many steps you walked, and so on. Here we have two buttons which help to navigate. So this actually is doing the menu navigation from left to right, so you can cycle through everything left, right. And this thing is actually yeah, from the bottom to top or top bottom, I can't actually tell you that, where you have more details about the calories and steps, and you get a really nice overview, 24-hour overview, when you did something and how the intensity was, and this really surprisingly lot of data which you already get on your watch. I would say definitely way above the average what most of the other smartwatches have at this price, as long as they are not Google Wear watches. So let's go a little bit to the app. I'm also not going to show you everything on the app. Basically, we have three things here. We have the sports, we have the device, and we have the profile. If you set a female profile, you get some additional information or functions for planned pregnancy or pregnancy avoidance or those things. So here we have get an alarm schedule, so you can wake you up with vibration, wake up, and that works really good. You can set how long it will vibrate, how strong it will vibrate, those things. Sedentary reminder, smart reminder, see camera, so a lot of settings. And with this board, that's really fantastic what you get such a nice overview. Unfortunately, yeah, now everything or almost everything is back to zero because we are past midnight, but we can see older recordings here, especially the one I wanted to show you, the cycling here, which I recorded some time ago. That's 1 mile. When we click on the detail here, we can see even the map. So you can see it was really nicely tracking this cycling activity with the heart rate, development, everything. It's crazy what amount of data you are getting. The map here, everything. So it's absolutely fantastic what you get. And the really interesting thing here is with the GPS, we don't need the smartphone. So if you go for a walk or running or cycling just with the watch, it will record everything on the watch, and after that, when you return home, it will transfer it to your mobile phone, and yeah, everything goes into the cloud. So even when you delete everything, the app, and you log in again to your Seroner online account, then you will get everything back. At least that happened in my case, and that's really interesting. You don't have to pay for that. And yeah, we get here all the information. Unfortunately, yeah, everything now is almost to zero, so you can't see the previous day. Maybe we can change that to yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, okay, here you see that. So it's really continuously recording the heart rate, and that's a really good thing with the average, lowest, highest, and so many other things. It's really amazing what you get. There are so many things here. Again, same thing. I can go back to yesterday where I had some activities, and so you see all the single activities, when it happened, how many steps, what you did. So it's absolutely crazy about, yeah, calories, steps, stand-ups, how many times you stood up, and so there's full control about your fitness activities, and you can do a lot of things. So when it comes to smartwatches, what's also really important is to have a nice night mode, so something which works good at night. And there are basically two things. You don't want to have it too bright during the night. I mean, when you have this wrist gesture or palming gesture, and so every time you move around during sleep, and the watch will turn on fully bright, so that's not good for you, maybe also not good for your spouse or whoever is there. yeah, that's the one thing. And also, of course, the other thing is that we want to prevent from too much radiation. I mean, these wireless things, yeah, not everybody is really comfortable with wireless during the night, so we have to find a solution for that. And here with this watch, we have actually two solutions. So if you are not too much afraid of a little bit of radiation, I mean, we are talking of Bluetooth, we are not talking about Wi-Fi. Some of the watches, smart watches, they have even Wi-Fi, which is much stronger. Bluetooth is not so bad. If you don't mind about a little bit of Bluetooth, then what you can do is to go to the app and go to device and then go to palming gesture. I mean, of course, you have the palming gesture on, so when you move around your watch, usually it will turn on. I don't know why it's not doing that. Maybe it's not really, maybe it's detecting that I'm just holding the watch and not having it on my wrist. But usually when you twist your arm like this, then it turns on and it will show you the time, and you can prevent that with the app for a certain time. So I have set it now for 8 to midnight, and it will do this during this time, and from midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning it won't turn on. Even when I have it on my wrist and make this move, it won't turn on and it won't annoy me during the night. But there's even a more advanced night function. So if you want to also to get rid of everything or almost everything, you can go, yeah, I was too slow. You can go down here, and on the left side there's this battery icon, and you can activate that by just clicking on that. And when we go back, you can see that the watch face looks different. It's more simple. There's no more information about, just the time and the battery, nothing else. And when you click on that, that's just the time for a small moment, and then it will turn off and there is nothing else. So everything will be turned off. I mean, there's no radiation, there's no Bluetooth, but there is also no sleep detection. I have to tell you, if you have turned this mode on here, there is no sleep detection anymore, no nothing. So I mean, just the time, but of course you can also use the torch here, which is a nice thing. Yeah, during the night, if you need that, if you want to go to the bathroom and that they don't have enough light, you can use that. That, I think you have to stop it with the button here. Can't even remember, or pull down, yeah. So, and the thing, when you want to turn it off in the morning, you click on that and it will just reboot and go back into normal mode. But you will be totally offline, no sleep detection, no heart rate detection, no nothing during the night. But I mean, you still have the time and a light, and what's most important, you will still have the wake up. I mean, if you have set up a wake up here, I mean, we have the alarm schedule here. You can set just an alarm with the clock, or add a schedule, and yeah, whatever you have, and still in this sleep or night mode, it will wake you up very reliable. So that's the most important thing, and this is even better than everything what I have found with the Android Wear system. Even yeah, when you buy these $300 Android Wear latest thing, yeah, the thing which I have found only is to go on airplane mode to turn off any kind of radiation, and then you have the theater mode. The theater mode with the Android Wear means the whatever you do, even when you touch the watch, or whatever you do, it will be totally turned off. It's still running in the back, but nothing will be shown. So when you need the time during the night, you turn it on, you click on the button with the Android Wear, but then this will totally disable the theater mode. So you have to go to the settings and then activate the theater mode, again during the night, which is really annoying. So this is actually better than what we have with the Android Wear 2.0. That's crazy. I would say definitely for the price, it's amazing what you get. And for me, two things are really standing out in this watch. That first thing is the waterproof, then the GPS, and maybe even the timer, which is a really important thing when it comes to smartwatches. I mean, there are a lot of activities, like when you do cooking or you do really difficult or dangerous things where you need a reminder. So the timer thing is a huge thing on this watch, and I would not like to miss it. So is it a real competitor to $300 like diesel watch or something like that? No, definitely not. But I would say it's a decent value in this price range, probably the best thing what you get. I mean, there are some things which I don't really like, and that's the thing with the display, that we don't have an always on, and this like these buttons seem to be a little bit weak, or on the weaker side definitely, and there are a few things, but in total we get definitely a total decent value. And usually at this price range you get much less for the price, much less functionality, and definitely not this kind of waterproof, which is really exceptional at this point. So I can highly recommend everything. The watch is stable, the app seems to be really stable, and yeah, it's really hard to complain at this price point. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And so I'll definitely put down the link to this really nice watch into the description as well, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.